Okay. So, hi everyone. Thanks so much for jumping on with us this evening and sharing your Tuesday night with us. My name is Dani Horn, and I'm super excited to share with you guys the Arbonne story with my beautiful co-host and business partner, Chloe Ebb, tonight. So, what tonight is all about is really just an information session to give you guys all of the information you need to, I guess, decide where you see yourself within the Arbonne business. So whether that be some free or discounted products, whether it be a part-time income, a full-time income, a multi-million dollar global business, Arbonne really does have something for everyone, and it can be any one of those things to any of you guys on the call or watching this back. You doesn't matter what your background is or what experiences you've had. It really can be any of those things to anyone. So what I'll do is I'll kick us off just by sharing a little bit about my background. So I'm 29 years old. I'm an exercise physiologist by background, and Arbonne came into my life a few years ago by my older sister, Brooke. And at the time, I was actually studying. So I was studying full-time a Master's of Exercise Physiology. I was working as a PT, and I certainly was not out there looking for Arbonne, and definitely not looking to start my own business like most of us. I don't think many of us at all are actually actively looking for something like this. But I was really excited for my sister, went along to her business launch and heard exactly the same information that we'll share with you guys tonight. And a couple of things stood out to me, one of them being that I didn't actually have to stop anything that I was doing in order to fit this in and around the small pockets of time that I had. I could still keep doing everything I was doing and really just fit this in and around my life. And the second thing was that there really was no risk involved. So the concept and the business model, despite the fact that I didn't have any business experience, was just so simple, and that really stood out to me as well, coupled with the fact that, you know, the biggest risk of all, or I guess the worst case scenario, was that I was going to have some products that I was already using and buying from somewhere anyway. So I decided to jump in. Fast forward 3 years, I am now working full-time in occupational rehab, which I've really, really loved. And it's probably only been in the last few months that I've decided, and my goals have shifted slightly, and I've decided that working for an employer full-time isn't what I want. And I've actually been able to look at different business opportunities now as well, which is really exciting. So just encourage you guys to listen with an open mind. This business can be the vehicle to give you whatever it is that you want out of life. But what I'll do is I'll pass over to Chloe so she can share her story, and then we'll get into the presentation for you guys.
Hello, everyone. So my name's Chloe, as Dani said, for anyone who doesn't know me already. So I have been running my business now for about 3 years, which is crazy. And it was Dani who introduced me to the business. Just a bit of a backstory on me. So I'm a dental assistant. I'm 29 years old, almost 30. And I've been dental assisting now for about 9.5 years. I absolutely love it. I love my job and I love the industry, but it was around 6.5 years into it that I started to feel like I needed something else in my life. I just had no idea what that was going to be. I was starting to think about the kind of lifestyle I wanted to live. I knew I wanted to build my dream home, travel the world, have a family, and just generally have a fun lifestyle, really. So I wasn't going to miss out on anything on the weekend just because I couldn't afford it. I wasn't dreaming too big at that point because I actually didn't think anything out there existed that could support that kind of lifestyle. But I was starting to think, okay, I need some extra money. And I knew that dental assisting was never going to give me the pay rise that I needed to live that kind of lifestyle. So I did start thinking about what else I could do. And Dani, it was as if Dani knew that I was looking for something, because she reached out to me around that time. I think we hadn't seen each other in about 8 or 9 years. It was a long time, but we ran into each other at the pub one night. said hello, and then the next day, Dani approached me and she said, "Hey, do you want to take a look at a business that I'm running with my older sister?" And as soon as she said Arbonne, I was really intrigued because I knew that the products were amazing. I was already using the cosmetics, and I just had no idea that there was an income opportunity attached to the products. So, of course, I sat down with Dani, we had a chat, and we ran through the information that we're going to talk about today. And it just, to be honest, made too much sense not to jump in. So I did, and it was the best decision I've ever made. I'm so thankful that Dani reached out to me about the business. So I think I'll leave it there. I'm really, really excited to share this opportunity with other people now. I feel a sense of purpose to share it with other people because I know how it can change lives, and I'm dreaming big now because I know that's possible through Arbonne. So I'm going to throw it back to Dani and we can get started.
I love that. I love hearing other people's stories, and even though I know yours, it's just super exciting to hear that from your perspective. And I just want to jump in and get started all over again.
Yeah.
But who are Arbonne? So we're a global health and wellness company. We're currently in 6 markets. So we're in the US. That's where we launched 40 years ago, or just about 40 years ago. Launched it there. We then went into Canada, the UK, Poland, obviously we're in Australia, and we're also in New Zealand. So really, really exciting that this is a global opportunity, particularly with the boom in online shopping, social media and technology. Really, really exciting. We are also a member of the Direct Selling Association. So social marketing as an industry is absolutely booming right now, and we'll touch on why that is. But really important if you are looking at multiple business opportunities in the industry, that you make sure they are a member of the DSA. It's not an easy membership to obtain. And basically what that does is it just offers us as business owners, but also to our clients and consumers as well, that extra layer of protection, and just make sure that everybody is operating lawfully as you would expect and as you would want with a business like this. So what is social marketing? So you might have heard the term referral marketing, network marketing, multi-level marketing, brand ambassadors, lots of different names. Essentially, the easiest way to explain this, guys, is it's just word of mouth advertising. So it's a really smart and, in this day and age, super smart business model and way to get a product to the consumer without all of the costly overheads in traditional business, traditional retail. So you'll see on the slides there, with traditional retail, in order for us to go in and buy a product off a shelf, it has to go through a long chain of events and costly processes, which are then built into the price of the product. So we end up paying an inflated price for not necessarily the quality of the product. A huge one within that space is advertising costs. So with Arbonne, we don't pay for actual shop, bricks and mortar retail space. We don't pay millions and millions of dollars to celebrities to endorse our products. And all of that money that's saved in that process gets put back into the research and development, the quality of the products and the ingredients that we use, and to paying everyday people like myself and Chloe for being the people that are out there talking about the products and recommending them. The benefit of this for us as business owners is that there was no, and I looked at this and I thought, there's no other business that I could be running while I'm either studying full-time and working part-time, or working full-time. There's nothing else that I could be doing to generate that second income stream. So you fit this in and around the pockets of time that you've got. You choose where you work, who you work with, and you can literally run your business from your smartphone as long as you've got Wi-Fi. So really, really beneficial in terms of the business and the way that works. The time leverage we'll touch on, and that's really, really powerful. And as a consumer, you're getting a much higher quality product for an affordable price. If the Arbonne products were to be stocked in retail space, most everyday people wouldn't be able to afford them because of all those overheads.
Cool. So I'm going to touch on the products and a little bit about them because they are the core of this business. So the idea, as we'll talk about a bit later, is the whole business as a consultant. What we do is just start using the product in our home, and then we're teaching others how to do the same thing. So for me, like I said at the start, I was using the cosmetics. So I already loved it. I already knew they were great. So it was easy for me to make that choice to switch my spend over. But for someone on the call who hasn't heard of Arbonne before, they don't know anything about the products, these next couple of slides just give you a bit of an idea of what quality they are and why they're so good. So they are botanically based health and wellness products, and they're a blend of science and nature. So what we do is blend botanically based ingredients with, say, science. So you get a product that's going to be good for you, but also does the job because it has that scientific element to it. So they're formulated using the European guidelines. And if you don't know anything about the European guidelines, they are the strictest in the industry in terms of what can and can't be used in our products. So they actually ban around 1,400 ingredients, I think it is, from use in their products. And if you want a comparison, compare it to US and Australian made products, because they only ban around 10 to 15, we'll say, of those 1,400 ingredients, which is a huge difference already. Arbonne actually take it a bit further and they ban over 2,000 ingredients. So that in itself is a massive, massive tick. They are 100% vegan, another massive tick. The vegan movement, I think, is the biggest one in the last 5 years especially. And the thing I love about all these points is that we've been this way since day one. So we didn't just decide to become vegan because it's now, trendy and all the rage. So I think what really stands out for a lot of people is what's not in our products. There are loads of nasties that we keep out, but a couple of things that I just want to mention are things like artificial colours, flavours, sweeteners, no parabens or phthalates, which are just harsh preservatives, basically, and then also mineral oil. So it can also be known as petrolatum or liquid paraffin. There's a few different names for it. It's essentially just a petrol waste product. So when petrol is distilled, we end up with this gluggy mess, almost like Vaseline, and that's mineral oil, and they sell it off to skincare and cosmetic companies to use as a bulk filler in their products. So it's disgusting. It doesn't do anything for you. And they basically just bulk up their products so you can get a $10 bottle of shampoo. Just like, ugh, it's huge, but only this much active ingredient. So I think that was all I wanted to touch on that. There's obviously a big long list of products, ingredients that we don't use, but I won't touch on all of them.
Cool. So if you're listening on the call and thinking this all sounds fantastic but not really a product person, that was me initially. I sort of thought, I'm not, I don't use that many products, but what I actually did was I went away and actually counted up the products that I was using, and I was really surprised that I actually did count up 10 to 15 products that I was using every single day. I just didn't realize that I was. So this is a snapshot of the product range that we do have. So what I'd like you guys to do is just have a think about, as we go through the different products that we do have on offer, how many of these you're using in your household. So at a very basic level, things like hand wash, body wash, sunscreen, toothpaste, deodorant, shampoos and conditioners, other hair care products, skincare products from babies to anti-aging to teenage skin, hydration specific skincare range, a range for men, acne prone skin, literally something for everybody in that space. An award-winning cosmetics range that is just phenomenal. It actually works, it's treatment-based, so it actually works like a skincare when you're using it. And then nutrition, which is pretty much a business within a business. That side of things is absolutely booming. We've got an incredible healthy living program that educates people on how to incorporate these products into a healthy lifestyle as well, with amazing recipes. But in the nutrition range, we've got energy drinks, protein bars, protein shakes, detox teas, body cleansers, digestion and probiotic products, and a sports range as well. So if you're thinking, okay, yep, I ticked off about 5 things or more within this space, at a basic level, hopefully everyone is washing their hands, brushing their teeth, and washing their body. And I think that's the really clever thing about this business, is not only is it a product that everybody is using, it's a consumable product as well. So what happens is we use this stuff, we either ingest it or it goes down the drain, and then we have to repurchase it. Technology is booming, but technology is never going to replace the fact that we have to wash our hair, brush our teeth, and put deodorant on. So really, really clever product to base a business on. I heard a stat when I first listened to this information that as a female, we'll actually spend $230,000 on these types of products over the course of our lifetime. So that just blew my mind. And I thought, well, regardless of whether or not I start a business with my sister or purchase products through her or keep going to the supermarket and department stores, I'm spending money on this stuff anyway. It's going to someone. Why not run that through my business? We're not, suggesting that you completely change your lifestyle or anything like that. This is just about being a smarter consumer and switching your brand of stuff that you're already using. So I could go on and on and on about this slide. Why Arbonne, why now? In terms of being in the social marketing space, it's the fastest industry globally right now. Arbonne itself, where we've got a strong, well-established history, 40-year history, but we're still experiencing double-digit growth. In the social marketing space, we're in the top 20 companies globally, and everybody above us is already fully globalized. So we've got a really, really strong history, but still so much room for expansion, which is really exciting. We've recently been acquired by a European brand who are fully globalized and in that space of taking companies global. Really well versed in that. So it's really exciting to see where we're going next. Super, super exciting. So in terms of having a global business, for us, essentially that means that our business is running 24/7. When we're going to sleep here in Australia, somebody over the other side of the world is waking up and running out of their personal care products, their protein powder, their shampoo. They can jump on, they can be linked to us online via an ID, jump on and order their own products. And we've essentially just had some business run through our business without actually being awake, which is just incredible. Blows my mind. With social media, everybody is on some form of social media. Most people, I think on average, we're on 5 different platforms. So that's just huge. Online shopping overtook retail shopping so long ago. I lived down the surf coast in Victoria, and we moved here just a little over a year ago. And within our little Coles sort of shopping centre, there's been 5 different retail spaces go for lease, because the world is just changing. The way we do business is changing. We think 10 years ago, who would have thought we'd be getting on an app and ordering some stranger to come and pick us up in their own car and drive us somewhere, and, booking a holiday in someone's home. All these ways of doing business is super clever, because it's taking something that is costing us money, and being able to actually capitalize on that. So if you're seeing this happening now, and you're actually, you decide to jump in, you will be the ones who do capitalize on it, and keep moving with the way that the world's going. So one of the other things that I love is our evergreen commitment. So all of our packaging is recyclable. We're a carbon neutral company, and we're headed towards 0% waste as well, which is, really important to most people these days, and really, really exciting that, we're partnered with this business and this company, this brand that isn't necessarily doing the easy thing, or the thing that's profitable right now. It's the thing that is right. We've got an amazing charitable foundation as well. So a lot of people in this day and age want to align themselves with companies that have a purpose bigger than themselves, and Arbonne certainly ticks that box. I've mentioned that we've got a consumable product. We're in the $1 trillion, I think it's a $4.2 trillion health and wellness industry. Couple all of that together, and it's literally just right business, right product, right company, right time, in the right industry. So really, really exciting. And the last one there is everything you need to get started, all the backing stuff, all the business stuff that I wouldn't have had a clue about. It's all done for you. We are literally just out there spreading the word, and sharing the amazing business opportunity and the products with people.
Oh my God, I love that. Okay. So I just want to, that last point that Dani just made about everything being done for you, that makes running a business so incredibly easy for us. Like for me, I was never a business person, and I like the word business made me cringe. Like, oh my God, I could never run a business. But the fact that everything is done for us, like most people want to run their own business. Well, not most people, a lot of people want to run their own business, especially millennials coming through. You know what? They want to be their own boss. But they just, when they look at what goes into running a business and all the infrastructure, all the marketing, legal stuff, the nitty gritty stuff, that can put you off, and the money alone to invest into it. Anyway, so running a business becomes really, really easy when all you have to do is these three things: stop, start, and share. So literally, this is what we do as consultants. All we're doing is stopping from buying our personal care products from retail stores. So if you go into Coles and Woolies, Priceline, Chemist Warehouse for your shampoo and conditioner, your body wash, whatever, you just stop buying it from there. You start buying it from your own online store. Your own Arbonne website is all yours when you sign up. You get 35 to 50% off all the products. And then you just share with others. You just share the products with others, the concept, the idea, and teach them how to do the same thing that you're doing. So literally that's all we're doing. So this is how your business will grow when you do the simple system, the stop, start, share method. Stop, start, share. So it starts with you. You're the first consumer in your Arbonne business. And then you'll just share with others. Like I said, share the concept with other people. You'll find other people who want to do what you do, and they want to use the product in their own home. Some people just want to use the product, which is totally fine. But for the people who want to make an income, you'll help them share it with people in their network, and then they'll help share it with people in their network, and so on and so on and so on. So you can see over time, we end up with this massive network of consultants and clients just using the product in their own home. That's it. So you can end up with a massive organization. And, what's really cool is that a product that is bought by, 5 or 6 referrals down the line, it all filters back through to your business, and you get a thank you check because you are the original referral. So that's pretty much how it works. And it's just such a powerful, powerful system. So all these people, I'll just quickly say, all these people are in our greater team, and they're all at the top 2 levels of the company. And this is one of the biggest reasons that I love this company, just because of the people. The people, the leaders that we have, they all come from different walks of life. We have people from hairdressers to firefighters, police officers, financial advisors. We've got stay-at-home mums, athletes, dancers. There's just so many different kinds of people running a business. So this really is for anyone, and I can't stress that enough. It's not for everyone. Not everyone wants to do it, and that's totally fine. But there is no type of person that you need to be. A lot of people think, oh, I have to be like so and so, or like you, or like Dani, to run a business. No, you don't. You're totally encouraged to be yourself. And what people want in this community is for you to be your best self. So they bring that out in you, and they help you, be the best you. We lift each other up, we cheer each other on. And so I just love, love, love the people in this company.
I love that. And it really is, a community like no other I've ever been a part of in any other industry that I've worked in. And similar to that, the compensation plan and the earning potential is completely different to anything I've ever been a part of as well. As Chloe said, there's people from all walks of life, and I think people come into the business with different goals as well, which is really fantastic because you decide what you want this to be and what you want this to look like for you. So this is a snapshot of our average incomes and average times to promote to the different positions within Australia. So we'll go through each of those, but I'll just point out to start with that the way we earn an income is purely through the product volume that runs through our businesses and our organisations. So we're not paid to recruit people. We're paid a thank you check or a commission when people buy products that are attached to our business. Like Chloe said, when we train a team and grow a team, we also have the ability to earn an override on our team's volume as well. So there's only 4 levels of management. And the great thing about this is, as I said, you can go as fast or as slow as you like. The person who's introduced you to the business and the person whose team you've joined has no real factor on how fast you promote. So you can come in and say, I want to move really quickly, and you can actually overtake the person who's introduced you, it's just a really, really fair and really lucrative compensation plan. So district manager is the first level of management. This isn't geographical by any means. It's simply, they're just sort of fancy titles. So district manager is the first level. Average monthly income here is just over $300 and 5 months to get to this position. Within our team, we try to get everyone there within the first 90 days in their business. And when I first saw this, I actually thought, well, that's not life-changing money. But once you reach that position, that's where you're actually paid a percentage on your own spend. And I realized, well, previously these products were costing me money. Now I've completely wiped that expense and I'm earning something on top of that. You can earn up to $1,500 plus per month at this level as well. At each of the levels, you have the opportunity to earn cash bonuses and different incentives as well. So area manager, at this level, your business actually becomes willable. So what I'd like you guys to think about, and this is something that was asked of me initially when I first heard this information, was if something was to happen to the main source of income in your household, how long could you survive on your savings? And at the time I was, a uni student and didn't really have any savings. So this is just so amazing to have this as a plan B, because we don't know what's around the corner. We don't think that anything's going to happen. We think that our jobs are secure. And that's the other thing, with technology taking so many jobs, more and more people are looking for opportunities like this. But at area manager, your business actually becomes willable. So this is something that, you can continue to have your income coming in. You can pass it down generation to generation because you're actually building an asset. So average income at area manager level is $1,600, 14 months on average to get there. We've had people in our wider organisation promote to this level within 3 or 4 months. As I said, it's really up to you and what work you want to put in. Regional Vice President, so you'll see the Mercedes symbol there. Arbonne have been affiliated with Mercedes since they started, and it's not a free white Mercedes like you might have heard. Basically what this is, it's essentially a company car program, a cash bonus program, where when you promote your business to that level, Arbonne will pay you on top of your income at Regional Vice President level $1,200 towards the cost of your car. So it does have to be white and it does have to be in your name. You organise the Mercedes, and Arbonne will pay you that $1,200 every month to go towards the cost of that car. At National Vice President, that cash bonus goes up to $1,500 a month as well. So regional vice president, just under $7,000 per month. This is where you're really creating that sort of corporate income, on average 25 months to get there. Keep in mind that this is alongside everything else that you're doing. Not many people stop anything they're doing to reach the regional vice president level, and you really can't work this business full time. It's a part-time, or less than that sort of business. And national vice president, I looked at that income, and I thought, about 4 years time to promote to that level, there's actually nothing else that I could do with my qualifications where I could be earning that kind of an income working part-time hours. It just wouldn't have been possible for me. And the really exciting thing, about this business opportunity is that's uncapped. So, they don't say, oh, you've shared this with X amount of people, now you have to stop. You can share this with as many people in your network as you like, which is amazing. There's, as I said, incentive trips and different incentives that you can go for at each level. At national vice president level, Arbonne will fly you to Maui every January, you and someone else, for our leadership conference. We've got a global conference in Las Vegas and an Australian conference on the Gold Coast, and they'll pay for you to attend those as well. Jewellery, Tiffany's, flowers on your birthday. If recognition and appreciation is something that you guys like, you will be in the best place with Arbonne. And it's, like I said, it really is like no other sort of culture and community that I've been a part of. As Chloe said, everyone's cheering each other on. I don't know if anyone can relate, but in my full-time job, I get paid for 38 hours a week, but I work in excess of those hours. I get paid the same amount as somebody in the same position, regardless of whether I'm working harder than them. And I have no control over when I can actually promote to the next position, and pretty much have to wait for someone to either resign, retire, or go on maternity leave to have that opportunity, because there's only a few positions up the top. Whereas with Arbonne, everybody, it's a level playing field. Everyone has the same products, the same opportunity, and the same compensation plan to work through. So really, really exciting. So where do you see yourself? We've shared the information that you guys need to know tonight. There's a few different ways that you can become involved. If the business, for whatever reason, isn't for you, we've got an amazing rewards program, which is called our Preferred Client Program, where you can get 20 to 40% off our products. You can jump online, you get your own login and just order whenever you'd like. There's different free shipping and free gifts and incentives and things like that as well. You can host an event, or you can refer people. So if you're thinking, the business isn't for me at the moment, or I'm not sure, but I know a handful of people who this would be amazing for, refer them to the person who has asked you to jump on tonight, and you'll be really well looked after for that as well. And in terms of becoming an independent consultant, which we hope you're considering, it's a really, really low startup cost in Australia. It's $65 to register your business, which is just crazy to think that gives you your website, all of the marketing, all of the back end, all of the training and the resources that you need. And this month that is actually waived. So it's free to start your business with a qualifying startup order. So chat to the person who has who's asked you to jump on about that. We get 35 to 50 up to 80% off as a consultant. Access to obviously that amazing compensation plan. The personal growth and development is something that is massive. A few years ago, before I started, there's no way I'd be jumping on to do this. That's an area that I think is often overlooked, and has just been really, really incredible for me and so many of us in our team as well. And I guess as we finish up, it would be, I'd love for you guys to think about, where you see yourself in the next 5 years. I think a lot of the time we're just focused on day to day. But, if you keep doing exactly what you're doing now, where do you see yourself down the track? And are you okay with that? As I said, this business isn't really packaged as something that we think we're looking for, but it can be the vehicle to, maybe be an exit strategy from a job that you don't like, allow you to work from home, have that extra income coming in to cover the mortgage, or to add on the extra holiday. You might want to work from, globally. You might want to travel and be able to work from wherever in the world you want to. You literally can, use this vehicle that is Arbonne to create whatever it is that you want. And I'll throw it over to Chloe in a minute, but I just want to take you back to when I first heard this information, and I was really excited. Like Chloe said, I couldn't see a reason why not to jump in. But pretty soon after that, I started to have some fears and hesitations, which, most of us do when it comes to change or starting something new. But I was worried about what people would think. I was worried that I wouldn't know enough, or maybe it wouldn't work for me, and all of these sort of fears. But what I realized was that if I actually listened to those and bought into that, that wasn't going to help me. It wasn't going to help me create the life that I wanted to create. And I'm just so grateful that I took the leap of faith and decided to jump in. Definitely couldn't be more grateful for just taking the leap of faith and getting into it. So I'll throw it over to Chloe. It looks like your internet may be a bit touch and go, but was there anything else you wanted to finish up on?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Let me know if it's glitchy here.
No, you're okay now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Silly internet. Okay, so no, I pretty much don't really want to add anything else. You've nailed it there. But I think pretty much just with the fears and hesitations, this is usually where people get really excited and then they have time to go away and think about, why they couldn't or shouldn't do something like this. But it's going to be, different. You haven't done anything like Arbonne before, so of course it's going to be different. It's going to be strange, but we learn as we go. And I think the important thing is to know that you're not on your own. So you've got other people there holding your hand the whole way. Dani was my babysitter for a long time, and it just made me feel so much better about knowing that I could go into it with people who have my back. And you just meet the most amazing people, and and nobody in Arbonne, nobody who's made it to the top has any special skills. They just took a leap of faith and then they figured it out as they went. So just remember that when you are considering this business. Thank you so much for having a listen, and reach out with any questions to Dani or I or the consultant that showed you this video. And we really hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thanks, Dan.
Bye.
Bye.